choppers, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Denver Broncos.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Break. Rack six. So don't say nothing.
Shit! Watch the shit!
Protein spill.
They'll run on first down. Elmore, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You draw quarter.
Back to throw. Kendall going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Fresno.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Ready to break.
52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He's got Lewis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Set 50, plant. Hard.
On 1st down, Elmore. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kendall. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Elmore. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
No, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
52, block 52.
From the 39, Locke. This is the tight end fan.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop.
You ready, Rick? You ready, Rick? Let's go, baby. Slam, slam, slam.
6-6, pull it high.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Get it.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Sam off. 5.
They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
We play to win. Let's go.
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, Delta.
52 is
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Penny, a 1st down carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Broncos 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Elmore. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Look at me. Go back.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Roll out.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They look to throw. It's locked. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
To throw on second down, Kendall. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Elmore. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
80 weapons.
2nd and 14. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kendall. He'll find Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Coming in. Yep. Mike 6.
Pro teams hit it.
2nd and 13. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's get it.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Look at me. Zipper. Go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Kendall to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
They'll take over. First down
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Broncos 14.
10-2 start.
Put him on the buttons. Let's put that team on the buttons. Mike 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, Echo.
Check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Watch the snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kimber. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not. Before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw. Kendall. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Locke to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure gets to him again. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Hey, zoom. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Kendall. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And now off to the races down the right side. And this will be a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Go. Big grip, big grip.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
52's the mark.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run on 1st down. Elmore. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now look at him go. 30, 10, and he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ready? Recon, 132 fighter.
Safe. Check it.
Now a give, right side. Elmore. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Topper! Shoot!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he picks up the at the 29. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a give, right side. Elmore looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for our visitors, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers.